Hello, I'm Hannah Wallace and welcome to Finextra TV. Today we're in Dubai for the SunTec Confluence 2019, the theme of which is digital at the core. With me now is Ritesh Talapatra, COO and Executive Vice President for Financial Services at Capgemini. Hello Ritesh, thank you very much for taking the time to speak with us.
You're welcome.
And firstly, I want to hear, how have you enjoyed the event so far and what have been your highlights?
I think I really enjoyed the event overall, but in particular, we had some time with SunTec, the executive team, and we discussed our views on the market and on how things are shaping. I really enjoyed that particular session. In addition, I think Sandeep Chauhan today had a great session that I really enjoyed. And then we also had a good session on open banking yesterday. Which one of my colleagues from Capgemini happened to present, which I thought was very, very insightful. So yes, and the fun event last night too.
It was a lot of fun last night and it's certainly been a fantastic event. All right, and coming to typical trends that you're seeing around the much talked about digital transformation, what are you seeing in this space?
Well, when you look at digital transformation is a big topic, and you have to break it down. But I think what we are seeing more and more in terms of where banks are at and where our clients are at, not just banks but insurance companies too, is that they're seeing a lot of very small players called fintechs start to move into some of their lucrative spaces like payments, and then they see there's always the threat of big tech, which is the Amazons and the Googles, and what would it take for Amazon to just start a checking product, right? And so they're seeing that too. So they're kind of being squeezed from, if you like, from both ends. And the main topic around that is speed of new products, is agility, how fast you can move and how fast you can, and also about the new consumer expectation of what Freddie Mercury said, I want it all and I want it now. So that's where our clients are, and so that's the digital pressure, if you will. And the response to that, in Capgemini's frankly view, is with some of these API-based and open banking initiatives, we could work together with our partners, such as not just SunTec, but also some of the cloud providers and some of the other BPM providers, to orchestrate an end solution for our clients that puts them in the right stage to compete with these new challengers. So I think the solution and the response to digital is what excites us, and that's around an ecosystem play where somebody like Capgemini would be the orchestrator, and then a lot of our partners would come together to boost our clients and move them along the experience curve.
All right, and following on from that quite nicely then, how do you think digital core transformation will change how banks are perceived by their end customers?
Yeah, I mean, that's where I started, and I think it is all about how the end customers of the clients, of the banks, sort of perceive the banks. So for example, we put out a research called the World Retail Banking Report every year, and last year, and for that we survey a bunch of banks and a lot of people that, the end customers as well, to put out that report. And I think one of the findings last year was that 78% of the people we interviewed said that they would be happy to bank with Amazon if that were an option. So to me, that's what the threat really is here. The threat is that if you are so used to the Amazon way of working, and all of us today are, and then how much of a delta is it for Amazon to start offering what you as a bank have to offer? And then what does it take for a bank to really offer that same level of customization, the same level of knowing who you are, anticipating what you want, and providing it to you with infinite customization. It's as if when you log into Amazon, the beauty is it's not the generic Amazon store. It's your Amazon store. It's what they think you want in the order that they think you want it. And frankly, at the price that they think you want it at. That's where the digital war is being fought. And I think it's the ecosystem play that I mentioned that will take us there. So yes, it's all for the end customers. It's all for their benefit, and this is the journey that will take us there.
And finally, could you tell me about some use cases you're working on with other partners and how it's benefiting your customers?
Great question. I think in terms of the overall digital journey and the open banking journey, I think we see our clients benefiting in three ways, if you will. The first is how we, along with our partners, can give the current set of products that our client has with the current set of customers that our client have a better experience. So a better experience is the first category. So for example, can they open an account faster? Can they open it in real time versus taking more time? And there are some journeys, some use cases that are towards that. So that's the first bucket. The second bucket is where can we offer new things to your existing clients? So for example, you have a checking account with a bank, but you also have another checking account with someone else, and you have your retirement plan somewhere else. Can we, with our partners, maybe a fintech partner or someone else, give the bank an opportunity to work with that fintech to aggregate all your accounts, give you a single view, and that's a benefit that the clients, customers, and products. So additional capabilities for your existing clients. So that's the second category of benefits. And the third category of benefits is really where the big bucks are, which is, can I help the bank rethink their business model? So, for example, we are working very closely with an ecosystem of partners, which is 7 different platform players, including, by the way, SunTec, with a very large Fortune 500 Asian bank, to completely rethink what banking is. So we are calling it beyond banking. Nobody dreams of, a lot of us dream of having this dream house and so on and so forth. But nobody dreams about having a mortgage, right? But the question is, how does a bank move from being the person that does the mortgages to being the person that helps you realize your dreams? If I am able to, that's the narration. And therefore, that's a whole new business model. And I think that's where open banking, that's where this platform players, all of these, the 7 different platform players that we brought together, 6 different fintech players. So it's a complex ecosystem we created, and we are orchestrating this in a major way for our customer to sort of realize this journey from being a provider for being a bank to just being a partner that happens to provide banking. That's the journey, and I think I'm very excited to say the third category is where most of the new business models are being created.
And Ritesh, this has been great. Thank you for sharing your insights.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching.